I'm going to show you something that I think will be very useful. I've spoken before about using the Invisalign clinncehck. One of the things that I think one of the ways it improved orthodontics for years to come is being able to see your result and simulate it out. And of course, that maps out your treatment with your aligners. Here we have a case that has a missing or impacted canine, as you'll see here. And I'm debating whether to make room for it, but she also has a fair amount of lower crowding. And so the alternative would be to remove 4 premolars. Maybe I take out premolar here. Maybe I even take out the upper 5s and the lower 4s. There is a tooth underneath that second primary molar. So on paper, let's say, or on the clinncehck, we can broaden out these arches so that we can make room for that canine. And if you look at the final inclination of the upper teeth, they don't look too flared. But I wouldn't call this a mistake. But what you have to look for in your simulation is, are the movements realistic? And are the teeth going to look like they look on it? And in this case, that is not, I think, accurate, because when we are proclining the upper anterior teeth, notice how, this is really important, notice how they come forward, but they come forward in a bodily manner so that they are not tipping forward at all. But that is just not based on science. You have the roots and you have the cortical plate, and the roots are not going to move forward like that. In fact, there's almost buccal root torque here. So what I do is I modify this. Let's take off the attachments, and I modify it to make a rendition that has the tipping that I think we will see whether we use aligners or even braces. So what I'll do is I will remove any hint of buccal root torque. And then I want to see how it's going to look. All right, for some reason this is not responding. Let me undo that. There we go. This is too much here. Okay, so now let's take a look. Okay, that's how the teeth move. And now it's kind of a different look, where you can see the teeth are more flared forward. And, I'll discuss this with the patient, but I knew from experience that if I'm going to treat this non-extraction, that I'm going to have some flaring. And now, even if I'm going to use aligners, to me, this is going to be the natural orthodontic way teeth will move. And the aligners will be more effective, because if you try to put that much buccal root torque in, you're going to have a hard time moving the teeth reliably. All right, I hope this helps.